Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 7, text 40. Evam hi loka kratuvi krutami. Isnavasati sayama nirmala. Tasmat adrushta kruta dusanam parang. Bhakti-yukta isam bhadatatma labdhaye. Loka kratuvi krutami. Isnavasati sayama nirmala. Tasmat adrushta sutta dusanam parang. Bhakti-yukta isam bhadatatma labdhaye. Prahlad Maharaj says, his demoniac boyfriends, it is learned from Vedic literature that by performing great sacrifices, one may elevate himself to the heavenly planet. However, although life on the heavenly planets is hundreds and thousands of times more comfortable than life on earth, the heavenly planets are not pure, nirmalam, are free from the taint of material existence. The heavenly planets are also temporary, and therefore they are not the goal of life. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, has never been seen or heard to possess inability. Consequently, for your own benefit and self-realization, you must worship the Lord with great devotion, as described in the revealed scripture. By Srila Prabhupada, as stated in Bhagavad-gītā, Kṛṣṇa punya martya lokam visanti. Even if one is promoted to the higher planetary systems by performing great sacrifices, which are accompanied by the sinful act of sacrificing animals, the standard of happiness in Surgaloka is also not free of disturbances. There is a similar struggle for existence even for the king of heaven, Indra. Thus there is no practical benefit in promoting oneself to the heavenly planets. Indeed, from the heavenly planets one must return to this earth after one has exhausted the results of his pious activities. In the Vedas it is said, Tadjateha karma jito loka hiyate evam eva mutra punya jito loka hiyata. As the material positions we acquire here by hard work are vanquished in due course of time, one's residence in the heavenly planets is also eventually vanquished. According to one's activities of piety in different degrees, one obtains different standards of life, but none of them are permanent, and therefore they are all impure. Consequently, one should not endeavor to be promoted to the higher planetary systems, only to return to this earth or descend still lower to the hellish planets. To stop this cycle of going and coming down, going up and coming down, one must take to Krishna consciousness. Sri Chaitanya Mahāprabhu therefore said, brahmāṇḍa bhramite kona bhāgyavān jīva, Guru Kṛṣṇa prasāda pāya bhakti-lata bija. The living entity is rotating in the cycle of birth and death, going sometimes to the higher planets, sometimes to the lower planets, but that is not the solution to the problems of life. But if by the grace of Kṛṣṇa one is fortunate enough to meet a guru, a representative of Kṛṣṇa, one gets the clue to returning home, back to body, having achieved self-realization. This is what is actually desirable. Bhajatātma-labdhahi. One must take to Krishna consciousness or self-realization. Bhikṛtāmi Krishnavosāti sayāna nirmala tasmādabdhastūta-dūṣanam karani bhakti-unmukhi bhajatātma-labdhahi. It is learned from Vedic literature that by performing great sacrifices one may elevate himself to the heavenly planets. However, although life on the heavenly planets is hundreds and thousands of times more comfortable than life on earth, the heavenly planets are not pure, nirmala, free from the taint of material existence. The heavenly planets are also temporary, and therefore they are not the goal of life. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, has never been seen or heard of to possess inebriety. Consequently, for your own benefit and self-realization, you must worship the Lord with great devotion as described in the revealed scriptures. Bhakti-unmukhi bhajatātma-labdhahi. Prahlāda Maharaj says, there are 84 lakhs of species of life, out of which the human form of life is duḥkhālayam, rarely obtained. The demigod life that dwells in heavenly planets, demigod life is also not considered duḥkhālayam. You understand? Only this human life is considered duḥkhālayam. Why? Why so? The demigods are inconceivable in our part. The duration of life is so long. You understand? But here in this material world, our duration of life is very short, isn't it? And the heavenly planets, there are much enjoyment, much more enjoyment than we get here, isn't it? And they are also more powerful than we. They have some controlling capacity also, isn't it? All these things are there. So, here, Prahlāda Maharaj says, still, it is not nirmala. It is not free from disturbances. You understand? There are also disturbances. It is said that Jivan Sangram, struggle for existence, isn't it? All are struggling very hard in this material world for existence. You understand? And in heavenly planets also, demigods are also struggling hard for existence. The king of the heaven, Indra, is not free from this. He has fear. He is also afraid of losing his position. In Bhagavad-gītā it is said that this loka, material existence, duḥkhālayam, aśāśvatam. You understand this? Duḥkhālayam, aśāśvatam. That does mean
temporary and full of
misery. Yes. This material existence is temporary and full of misery. Similarly, the life in heavenly planets is temporary and miserable. You understand? That will also vanquish. That will also be vanquished in course of time. And those demigods, those who reside in nebulous planets, are also afraid of the demons. Sometimes demons attack nebulous planets, isn't it? There are always fighting, war between demigods and demons. You understand? And these two types of beings are here in this material world always. What are those two types?
The bhakta and abhakta.
Yes. Daiva asura eva ca. Dau bhuta sargo lokyasmin daiva asura eva ca. Bhagavad-gītā says. Dau means two. There are always two types of beings here in this material, Daiva and Asura, demigods and demons. You understand? Who is demigod and who is a demon? Who is a demigod and who is a demon?
Demigod is Bhakta, who's
Yes.
and demon, Abhakta.
Demon, Abhakta. Yes. Vishnu Bhakta, Prokta Daiva, Asrum, Tad-viparjaya. You understand? This is stated. Vishnu Bhakta, Prokta Daiva, Asrum, Tad-viparjaya. One who is a Vishnu Bhakta, devotee of Vishnu, one Vishnu, is known as Daiva. Who is not a devotee, that means non-devotee, is Asura. You understand? What are you? A Daiva or Asura? Nobody
I want to become a
want to become. But what are you now? Asura? Demon?
I'm Dave.
Yes, Daiva. Because you have come to this path of devotional service and also taken shelter at the lotus feet of a bonafide spiritual master. You understand? In this material world, the living entities, those who have not realized self, you understand? Those who have not developed this devotional, the attitude of devotional service or bhakti, or those who have not taken shelter at the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa, you understand? They are performing fruitive activities. Sometimes they perform great fire sacrifices, yajna. They perform many pious activities. You understand? As a result of that, they are elevated to the heavenly planets. And they get much more material enjoyment than is available here in this earth planet, isn't it? But Prahlāda Maharaj says, it is not free from the taint of material contamination, not nirmalam. It is also temporary and will be vanquished in course of time. Again, you have to come down here, kine punye mattalokom vishan. When this result of that pious activities will be exhausted, you have to again come down here to the earth planet or lower planets, hellish planets also. So why shall you endeavor to go there? It is foolishness, isn't it? It is foolishness. Nobody should endeavor for that. Why shall I go there? Again to come down here. Or go to hellish planet, isn't it? There is not an intelligent person who endeavors to go to be liberated to our planetary systems. Who is an intelligent person? Who is an intelligent person?
Who takes Krishna consciousness.
Jai jana bhaje Kṛṣṇa, se bada tapa. It is stated. Jai jana bhaje Kṛṣṇa, se bada Chatu. Chatu means intelligent. You understand? One who does Krishna bhajan is intelligent. Understand? So here, Prahlad Maharaj instructs that you demoniac boys, my friends, for your own benefit and self-realization, you must worship the Lord with great devotion. Thereby, you will get all things, not only material benefit, but spiritual benefit, for which you have been given this human form of life. Understand? And thereby you can stop this going up and coming down, revolving the cycle of birth and death. You understand? How can you do it?
For becoming Krishna conscious.
How can you become Krishna conscious? By your own effort.
Brahmāṇḍa.
Huh?
By approaching a bonafide spirit.
Yes, by approaching a bonafide spirit. Brahmāṇḍa bhramite kon bhāgyavān jīva guru-Kṛṣṇa krupāte pāya bhakti-unmukhi. You understand? Brahmāṇḍa bhramite in this way, traveling in different planetary systems, different universes. If someone is fortunate, that is, if he has earned some bhakti-unmukhi, then there are, I was telling that 3 types of sukṛti. You know it? What are they?
Bhakti-sukṛti, jnana-sukṛti, and karma-sukṛti.
Yes. Karma-unmukhi sukṛti, jnana-unmukhi sukṛti, and bhakti-unmukhi sukṛti. You understand? 3 types of sukṛtis are there. What sukṛtis have those demigods? They have lots of higher planetary systems and so much material enjoyment.
Karma-sukṛti.
Karma-unmukhi sukṛti. Yes. This is the result of karma-unmukhi sukṛti. You understand? Bhoga. And what is the result of jnana-unmukhi sukṛti?
They to merge in the effulgence, Brahma-jyoti, become one.
They may go up to Brahma-jyoti. That is the result of jnana-unmukhi sukṛti. That is also dangerous. One cannot also stay there. As one cannot stay in the heavenly planets, kine punya martya lokam visanti. When the results of his pious activities are exhausted again, he will fall down here. The earthly planet are lower than that, isn't it? Similarly, by dint of this jnana-unmukhi sukṛti, if one is elevated to that Brahman, still he cannot stay there. Arvya krutsena param padam tato padam atha anadruto smaram. 10th canto. Srimad Bhagavatam says, those who want to go to that Brahman effulgence, they have to undergo severe austerities, penances, tapasya. You understand? So some of them may go there, but they cannot stay there. Again they fall down here. Open the author. Because that is not place to take shelter. You understand? And what is the safest place to take shelter? The lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa. They have not taken shelter at your lotus feet, O Lord. You understand? Therefore they fall down. Sometimes they may be at the best they can go to that Brahman. Still they have to fall down. This going up and coming down is going on. But if someone is fortunate enough, he can meet a bonafide who has earned some bhakti-unmukhi sukṛti, then he can meet bonafide spiritual master and come to the path of devotional service. Thereby he can stop this going up and coming down or revolving in the cycle of birth and death. You understand? Then one must know Who is that Guru? To whom shall we surrender? Who is he?
Guru is a prima bhakta, pure devotee of Lord Krishna.
Yes. Krishnika Saranatva, who is a completely surrendered soul. He is sadhu, he is, you understand? That is the primary symptom, mukhya lakshana, chief symptom of a sadhu or guru. You understand? Completely surrendered soul. Others are secondary symptoms. You understand? And if primary or mukhya lakshana is there, the secondary come automatically. One should not endeavor for that. Jasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya chintana sarvei gunas tattva samasate sura parava bhaktasya uto mahat guna manarjana sati dhavata bhai. That will say. Some gospel person. Antibhajigala samay shesha heba इंग्रेजी कह इंग्रेजी बुझार चेष्टा करो इंटरनेशनल सोसाइटी माने इंग्रेजी कथा understand कथा बुझ पार्छ कि नहीं try to understand भगवान बुद्धि देवे how to understand then बुझ पार्छ Oriya also try to understand in Oriya and I tell them to try to understand in English then both of you will benefit. Isn't it? Tadami buddhi yogam tam jena manvadan. Krishna will give you the pure intelligence how to do it. That's all right. So what I am speaking? The Guru. Speaking on Guru. Guru is he, a bonafide Guru, spiritual master, is a complete surrender soul, pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Jai Krishna Tattvaveta say Guru Hoy. The simple definition has been given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jai Krishna Tattvaveta say Guru Hoy, Mahāprabhu says. One who knows Krishna Tattva is Guru. Kiva Vipra Kiva Nyasi Sudra Kiri Nava Jai Krishna Tattvaveta say Guru Hoy. Understand? This simple definition. Knows Krishna Tattva, knows Krishna. To know, it is not difficult to know Krishna. Not easy. Only a pure devotee knows Krishna. You understand? Nam prakasa sarvasya yogamaya samapta mudhayam narjana. Krishna says, I am not revealed to one and all. You understand? I am covered by yogamaya. You understand? But one who is a pure devotee, he sees Krishna. Krishna is there. Krishna cannot hide himself. How can you do it? Have you seen Krishna? Can you please him in any way? Then what is the process? If you can serve his pure devotee, is a representative of Krishna, surrender unto his lotus feet and serve him and such like. Then you can get the mercy of Krishna will be satisfied. Jasya prasananna pratitu. If Guru is dissatisfied, what will happen? If he is not satisfied,
can get, one cannot get Krishna's mercy.
That's a fact. You can get Krishna's mercy. How many are trying to get it? Very few. In this material world, isn't it? Are all trying for it? No. Very few. Those who are fortunate. Isn't it? Brahmāṇḍa bhramite kon bhāgyavān. Those are fortunate enough. Those are on that bhakti-unmukhi sukṛti. They come to Guru. They meet Guru, bonafide Guru, and take shelter at his lotus feet and try. You understand? They are very few. They are not great in number. Isn't it? Therefore it is stated, Jasya prasanana gati kuto. If Guru is not satisfied, you are finished. Isn't it? Therefore one must satisfy Guru. In many revealed scriptures it is stated, very scripture. Haro ruste gurustrak, guru ruste na pasta. Tasma sarva pradotnena gurumeva prasadaya. If Lord Hari is dissatisfied, the Guru can deliver you. You understand? That is not so great offense. If Lord Hari is dissatisfied, Guru can deliver you. Guru ruste na kasam. If Guru is dissatisfied, Lord Hari cannot. He cannot do anything. You understand? Tasma sarva pradutnena gurumeva prasadaya. Therefore, you should endure best. You must try your best to please Guru. You understand? Again, in Brahma Vaivarta Purana it is said, Upadeshtaramam nahayagatam pariharanta je tanmutanapi kaptada kruta punjati bodha kalusitastena dauratyam prakatikrutam guru je na parityaktasthena tyaktam pura hari upadeshtaramam nayagatam pariharanti je tanmutanapi kaptada kruta punjati bodha kalusitastena dauratyam prakatikrutam guru jena parityaktasthena tyaktam pura hari. Suppose you have accepted a bona fide guru. Someone has accepted a bona fide guru who comes in the bona fide disciplic succession. Amnaya parampara. You understand? But if someone leaves that guru, what will happen? They become ungrateful. Isn't it? If such a disciple, accepting a bona fide guru, later on leaves him, he becomes ungrateful. You understand? Krutargana. If he will die, even the jackals and vultures won't eat his place. You understand? Bhuktanto, even the jackals and vultures won't eat his flesh, his dead body. Such is the concept. He must go to hell, definitely. But his dead body is even also not eaten by vultures and jackals. One, the disciple who leaves such a guru, Lord Hari, Diksha kare, Shishya kore, Atmanivedam, Sai kare, Kṛṣṇa tare kore, Atmasamo, we say. When a disciple accepts a bona fide spiritual master and surrenders unto his lotus feet, at that time, at the time of initiation, Guru takes that disciple to the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa, and Kṛṣṇa accepts him. Do you understand? Kṛṣṇa accepts him. But if such a disciple leaves such a guru, it's all right, Kṛṣṇa has already accepted me, now I'll leave the guru. That's the benefit of serving Guru, of taking shelter at the lotus feet. I have already accepted that to Kṛṣṇa. It's finished now. Then what will happen? Kṛṣṇa can get out here. Before that, you must have some thought of, yes, I will leave such guru. I have already been accepted by Kṛṣṇa. I'll leave this. I won't serve this. This is a very hard task, master. inflicting very severe discipline on me, which is unbearable. I cannot bear this. Very hard-hearted fellow, seems so, our taskmaster. I want to be a very great man, but he wants me to serve him as a slave. Why shall I be like that? Let me leave him. You understand? If he thinks in his mind, from that very thinking, Kṛṣṇa kicks in, get out here. You understand? And his knowledge is polluted now. You understand? Because by the grace of Guru, he gets the knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Now that knowledge is gone, polluted. Now he will become a duratma. He cannot become a Mahatma. He will become a demon, yes.
Maharaj, there's not to help this devotee.
Yes.
But on the other hand, is that if the devotee goes down, that leaves the birth in brahmāṇḍa family, and he is now
Yes, that's a fact. Everything, whatever he has done in this path, you understand, it is not lost, but its progress is checked. You understand? Progress is checked, thereby he commits offense. We say 10 offenses, nama pra, guru abhagya. You understand? The greatest offense, and one must go to hell, suffer. You understand? And this is the consequence. It will die, even his dead body cannot be eaten by vultures and jackals. You understand? You understand Bhagavad-gītā? He will suffer every night, but next birth he will get a very good birth. Give that chance again. But this life, finished. He must suffer. That is the concept. It will never lost, that's the fact. But why won't you get and upheld this opportunity in the very life and go back home, back body? This is an intelligent person. And who will say, when again I will be given such opportunity, human birth again, as Bharata Maharaj had to undergo 3 lives, you see. 3 lives. Such an elevated person. He had to undergo 3 lives. Do you expect that you will have to undergo only 3 lives? How many lives, lakhs of patients, lives made? Go, isn't it? When such opportunity will come, you don't know. Punasa Brahma Vaivarta Purana says, Pratipadya Gurum Jastu Mahadi Pratipadyati Sakalpakoti Navake Patyati Purusadhana. Listen to it very carefully, Gopikanta. This is important, this is the answer to your question. Pratipadya Gurum Jastu Mahadi Pratipadyati Sakalpakoti Navake Patyati Purusadhana. If some person once said, yes, he is mindful, once said, you understand? Let us speak of surrendering. Once said, yes, he is mine, just said. But out of delusion, it will live such good. You understand? What is the consequence? It becomes naradhama. You understand? Lowest of mankind. Naradhama. And for crores of kalpas, yes, suffer in hellish planet. Crores of kalpas, 40 kalpas. You see, what is this nonsense? Must be intelligent enough not to commit such an offense. This is Brahma Vaivarta Purana says. From Buddha? No. Again, in Ananta Samhita it is stated. You understand, Prahlad? Adhikhipya gurung mahapurusam pravadanti je sukṛtam bhavatyeva tesam janma satesvapi. Those out of ignorance, you understand, or jnana-pravasana, and instead of glorifying Guru, blasphemy, and consider Guru as a mere human being. As Kṛṣṇa says, aśāśvatam bijanya, nāva munnet korichis, nam artyabhyasyata sarva devamaya Guru. Do you know this verse? So as an acharya, Guru is my representative among you. You understand? Is as good as myself. You understand? Mang bijanya. Don't think him as a mere human being. Nav manne kori, nam artyabhyasyata. Sarva devamaya Guru. All the demigods are resting in the body of that Guru. That verse says so. So here, the Ananta Samhita says, Adhikhipya gurung mahapurusam pravadanti je sukṛtam bhavatyeva tesam janma satesvapi. Out of ignorance, if such a person, foolish person, thinks Guru as an ordinary human being, and instead of glorifying him, blasphemies him. 100 lives he will be burned as a stool eater hog. And the friend could come. 100 lives. Then friend worry. Then Urdhamnaya Tantra says, Tavadara Dvaye Sisya Suprasanno Dada Bhave Guru Kṛṣṇa Sisyasya Sadhya Papakyo Bhave Brahma Vishnu Maheshādi Devata Muni Yogina Kurbantyasva Graham Tusto Guru Kustena Sansaya. Urdhamnaya Tantra says, Tada Tavadara Sisya Suprasanno Dada Bhave Guru Kṛṣṇa Sisyasya Sadhya Papakyo Bhave Brahma Vishnu Maheshādi Devata Muni Yogina Kurbantyasva Graham Tusto Guru Kustena Sansaya. Your duty is to satisfy Guru, please Guru, isn't it? Unless, as long as Guru is not pleased, you have to serve him wholehearted. You understand? If Guru is pleased, then all these reactions of a sinful life is annihilated. You understand? If Guru is pleased, automatically Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, all demigods, all munis, all yogis, all automatically. You need not serve them. You understand? So many things are there. In Guru Tantra, it is said, Jadi bhāgyavāsamaiva chaduchistam lavennara pranamya murdha bhoktavyam sudhāsvam avichara. Jadi bhāgyavāsamaiva chaduchistam lavennara pranamya murdha bhoktavyam sudhāsvam avichara. If someone is fortunate enough, gets the remnants of his Guru, you understand? Immediately bow down to it, those remnants. Bow down and take it. Don't consider whether he is pure or impure. Don't consider such thing. This is a good fortune if someone gets such thing, to be considered fortunate. Immediately bow down and take it without considering whether it is pure. There are three things, very powerful things, you know. Three powerful things are there to make advancement in this path of devotion. Do you know it, Allah? Remnants, yes. You don't know? You know?
No.
Gopikanta, you know? No. Bhakta bhukta sesa bhakta pada raja bhakta pada bhukta jara. Tino dhare Mahāprabhu. Understand? These three, the remnants of a pure devotee or guru, and dust of his feet, and the water washed by the water that washes the feet of the guru or pure devotee. These three, very powerful. You understand? Tino Mahāprabhu, very powerful. You understand? That is that. One must have this thing. Then he can make advancement in this path of devotional service. He becomes very strong. You understand? He is empowered, transcendental. He asked a question. He asked that in Bhagavad-gītā only for this Varna Vibhāga, caste systems have been said, not Ashram Vibhāga. You understand? Not said, he said. You understand? But when you say, ask me, tells me, you speak about Varna and Ashram, but it is not said in Gita. Nothing said about Ashram. I say, Gita contains only 700 verses, and it is essence of all the Vedas, Upanishads. Upanishads are considered the top portion of the Vedas. You understand? So, you cannot understand this Gita by your own knowledge, mundane knowledge, or scholarship, erudition. You understand? You have to listen it from a bonafide guru. Guru explains all these things. When Guru Dev explains this verse, he says about Varna as well as Ashram. Whatever is said in Bhagavad-gītā, in a very summary, it is like a summary of all Vedic literature, in a condensed form, said in a condensed form. The same thing has been said in Srimad Bhagavatam in a bit way, very descriptive way. So in Bhagavatam you will find Ashram Vibhāga. You understand? Bhagavad says, though it is not said in Gita. So, when Gurudev explains, he speaks all about Varna as well as Ashram. He also quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is not different from Gita also. Gita is Mukhanisruta Vani of Bhagavan. And Gita is also known as one the Upanishad, Gita Upanishad, is Veda. It has come out from the lips of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, Kṛṣṇa Tulya Bhagavata, Bhibhusarvasa. Srimad Bhagavatam is also as good as Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa's Vani and Kṛṣṇa is non-different. So Gita is non-different from Kṛṣṇa and Srimad Bhagavatam is also non-different from Kṛṣṇa. It is also Bhagavad. There are many things spoken by the Lord mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. And that Madhava Uddhava Sambhava, as we say. Madhava means Supreme Personal Godhead, an inquiry of Uddhava, said many things. You understand? So there you will find ashram vivar, ashram vichar. Though it is not said in Gita, it is understood there. Therefore, the bonafide spiritual master when explains this thing, he speaks about it. Both varna and ashram. You understand? Those who are in grosthashrama, for them there are this varna vibhag, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And also those who are brahmacharis, they are also known as brahmanas. They become brahmana. You understand? And those who leave home after grosthashrama become banprasti and accept the highest ashram, sannyas ashram, there is no consideration of this varna vibhag. You understand? No consideration at all. And above all, when one becomes a completely, as per the instruction of the last conclusion of Bhagavad-gītā, sarvadhamman paritejya mamikam saranam brahma. If someone does this, giving up all other religions, is just completely surrender unto the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa, he becomes Vaishnava. You understand? Vaishnava is ati buddhi. So you cannot consider what caste this Vaishnava belongs to. No. Then you become Narad, you go to hell. No caste consideration at that time. Transcends all varnas and ashramas also. Ashramas also. Varnashram vibhag mandiru mukta higala. Jati-prata or sannyas, same thing. After 50 years age, Banprastha means he leaves home, then accepts sannyas, jati-prata. Yes. General rule. General rule. If 100 years duration of life, then 4 divisions. Brahmachari 25 years, then next 25 years, then Banprastha 25, then sannyas. Broad division. Broad division. But exceptional cases are there. Those who develop tibra vairagya, great vairagya, you understand? During brahmachari life, there are other ashram jīva, that means caste and banprastha is stopped. Directly they will be awarded sannyas. I take Kṛṣṇa. Yes?
Maharaj, this verse in Bhagavad-gītā, it appears for me very, very deep. Janma karma chama yam. So, we're reading Bhagavad-gītā given by Prabhupada. So, what is, by reading Bhagavad-gītā, what is apparent consideration and absolute consideration? How can one achieve that absolute consideration?
Yes. Because Vaishnava philosophy means absolute consideration. You understand? When a Vaishnava gives commentary on it, he gives absolute consideration. No apparent. You understand? Kṛṣṇa said, Avajananti mam mudha manusim tanvasita. He has said that thing in Bhagavad-gītā. One is a mudha, rascal, he thinks me as an ordinary human being. Manusim tanvasita. He doesn't know my position as Supreme Personality of Godhead. You understand? Param bhavadanam, mam bhuta maheshwara. He doesn't know this. You understand? So this is absolute consideration. Kṛṣṇa is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is not an ordinary human being. Though, when he comes here and manifests his Leela, he acts like an ordinary human being. He tends he manifests the Leela of a cowherd boy. Nanda Godana Rakvala. He tends the cows and calves of Nanda Maharaj, a cowherd boy, as if an ordinary cowherd boy. You understand? And he also manifests Leela, how is a great thief. He steals the butter thief, from the other houses of milkmaids, you understand? Butter thief. Also steals the garments of gopis. He is supreme in all aspects, he is supreme thief also. You understand? And thieving, stealing is an abominable act, isn't it? All hate a thief. Oh, you are thief. A thief goes to the prison house and is punished there. You understand? But stealing of Kṛṣṇa is not so. It's a very nice thing. That stealing is very nice. You understand? We sing it, we glorify it. This is what thief. And the stealing of the garments of gopis. And you can understand it, not by apparent consideration, but by absolute consideration. Some say, they ask us, and so-called pontiffs, how is that Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who steals the garments of gopis, the maidens of Brajbhumi, and he wants to see the naked beauty of such girls of Brajbhumi? Is it a very good act? Why he did like that? And he becomes the Supreme Personality of Godhead, doing such nonsense. You understand?
That means apparent consideration.
This is the apparent consideration. You understand? They say, why? He was not a very restrained person, self-restrained. He is loose. Why is so loose in his dealings? Because he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He should teach by his own example how one should become self-restrained. Why so loose? He steals the garment of the gopis, the maidens of Brajbhumi, young girls of Brajbhumi, and saw their naked beauty. If we will do like that, why shall we be blamed? Being the Supreme Personal of Godhead, he is not blamed. Why shall we be blamed? You see, this question is generally asked. What will you answer?
Maharaj says, Krishna is independent, he can do whatever he wants.
I must be independent. He has granted me some independence also. I shall do whatever I like. Why not?
This is not my position.
Oh, restraint is for me and restraint is not for him. Oh, it's a very nice thing. Then I'll become Kṛṣṇa. Free from all restraint. Isn't it?
That's not the answer.
No, that's not the answer. Kṛṣṇa is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He said, I am the only enjoyer. Bhoktarang pratyantapasana. Anumanta, Upadeshta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. He says in Bhagavad-gītā, I am Bhokta, I am Putrastha, I am Anumanta, I am Bharta, I am Bhokta, I am Maheshwara. You understand this verse? Gopikanta, you understand this verse? No need to explain in English. You understand? I am stressing in one point. I am Bhokta. I am the enjoyer. I am the only enjoyer. Nobody is enjoyer. You understand? And thereby he manifests that Leela, how he is enjoyer.
Why Guru Maharaj, the people develop that the idea to enjoy? Who are the people who misinterpret? They want to enjoy.
They want to enjoy. That's because they are conditioned souls. The conditioned souls to And some souls want to become into enjoyer, like Kṛṣṇa, like God. And they say, we are God. The demons say, Ishvara, I am Ishvara, I am God. Isn't it? Because they have forgotten their own identity, the Supreme Personality, but they are captured by Maya. Therefore they say so. And thereby Kṛṣṇa manifests this Leela, how he is the only enjoyer. So nobody but Kṛṣṇa can do this, can steal the garment and make the gopis naked and enjoy, because nobody can enjoy it. You understand? He is bhokta, and gopis are bhokta. Thereby he manifests how he is bhokta and how gopis are bhokta. This is the question of bhokta and bhakta. You understand? Our Kṛṣṇa is enjoyer and gopis are to be enjoyed. Bhakta means to be enjoyed.
When a conscious soul accepts to be enjoyed by Krishna, that's his real position.
Yes, that's his real position. How best I can be enjoyed. You understand? This is absolute consideration. But that is apparent consideration, how Kṛṣṇa does so nonsense and becomes Supreme Personality body. Why is he not so self-restrained? Then we say, in Kṛṣṇa, when he came as Krishna, he manifested all the transcendental leelas that go on there in Nitya Dham, in Golok Vrindavan. You understand? Huh? He manifests the same leela here, in this material world. You understand? He is always enjoying the gopis there. He is Gopinath, the husband of gopis. And gopis have also desired so. They worshipped Lord Shiva, Lord Durga, then Goddess Durga, Katyayani Bhatto, and prayed, let Kṛṣṇa be our husband. And he is fulfilling their desire thereby also. You understand? But when he came as Gauranga, took sannyas, and at that time he manifested, he displayed how restrained he was. The sannyas, yadanavyas sannyas. Isn't it? Even he will not touch a woman. You understand? Such restraint is there. He can see. An ideal, everything ideal. Ideal sannyas. You understand? Even Jagadananda Pandit. When Jagadananda Pandit brought the scented sandalwood oil, he didn't touch it. So self-restraint. He didn't touch it. This is absolute consideration, not apparent. You understand?
And this first question is, one who is playing Bhagavad-gītā, although he is in our movement, maybe Prabhupada disciple or anyone, but he is playing Bhagavad-gītā according to Prabhupada. But if he is not in he's not in highest platform, that means as guru, as being a true devotee, that absolute consideration can be imparted or not. Someone explain.
Because one who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of the bonafide spiritual master, this knowledge is imparted from Guru, this knowledge comes. You understand? If he has completely taken shelter at the lotus feet of Guru, this knowledge will come, because Guru is the manifestation of Paramatma. You understand? Who is in the heart of every living entity. The Paramatma is there always in the heart. And Guru is his outward manifestation. You understand? So this knowledge comes from Paramatma, from Guru. Guru, who is completely surrendered soul at the lotus feet of Guru, automatically it will come out. You understand? Jasasti bhaktir bhagavad-gītā. Sarve gunis tatra samas. Parava bhaktasya kutamat guna mamatenasati dhavata bhaji. That we say. You understand? Also, third canto, Srimad Brahmāṇḍa Gunti. You understand? We also tell the story of the little boy, small boy, of Sivananda Seth, Puridas. Mukam karoti vācāram pangulam, here we say. He is a muka. He cannot say what to say. You understand? He cannot open his mouth what to say. He doesn't know any tattva. But he gets Guru Krupa. You say Vedas, you will become Tata. That is it. This is Guru Krupa, mercy of Guru. You understand? Many instances are there.